Could a forfeit system work in a game like Overwatch to make the experience a little more democratic? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm Daunting from the Omnic Post. Getting rolled. It happens to the best of us and it is never a fun experience. Not even for the winning team if they're being honest. And over 12 years old. Sometimes it's because your team just isn't clicking. While in other instances, well, mainly in quick play, some people consider the game a pigeon coop where they can just come and go as they please. And as soon as one person leaves, it basically becomes this really annoying game of musical chairs. I'm always the fool that sits out the whole game. On one end, because I'm just a nice guy, and also because it is just funny to see someone leave and them coming back after 20 seconds with a sparkle of hope in their eyes. And then they fall back into despair when I greet them with a welcome back, and they notice that Blizzard pulled a funny on them. Now for completeness sake, I need to mention that there's a third reason that you might get rolled, and that is the kinda still broken matchmaking. But I'm going to be optimistic and call that a temporary issue. One that might take a while to get fixed, but temporary nonetheless. It is kind of when like my girlfriend asked me to replace a light bulb. It will happen eventually. And until then, we just stub our toes. I mean, nobody ever died from stubbing their toes. Right? But yeah, an unbalanced game is annoying. And while levers sometimes are the cause of that unbalanced game, it can also be the other way around. I mean, an unbalanced game will not motivate people to stick around. But it has become a bit of a rare occurrence, where a losing team just suffers through the whole experience till the end, praying that the end will come swiftly, while blaming the supports, of course. But how do you fix this? Well, apart from fixing the matchmaking. Because even with the perfect matchmaking, there are some things you cannot account for. How do you end the suffering so both teams can just move on? Well, recently I've seen players suggest a feature that they had seen in other games. A forfeit system. Well, basically, when you're starting to sense that the game is an uphill battle, that in your opinion there's no way to victory, you can choose to kick off a vote. If enough players agree to forfeit, the game will be ended and the victory, including all of the boons, will go to the opposing team. Now that doesn't sound as the most honorable way forward. But on paper, I mean, the first time I heard about this, I kind of felt like it made sense, that it could be a good idea. But could this work for Overwatch? I have been racking my brain over this question in the last 2 days. And while it sounds like a decent resolution on paper, I don't think that this would be a good idea. First off, no matter what some people might claim, Overwatch is still about counterpicking, to a certain extent. And I guess depending on what tier you play on. Sometimes switching one hero will make a difference. It even potentially could reverse the situation. I had this happen on multiple occasions. In a way, in Overwatch, a game is never lost. It is a matter of adapting, regrouping. That being said, there's always instances, especially in a random group, where people are being really stubborn, or matchmaking really pulled a funny on you. The thing is, of course, having the option to bail out and to just move on to the next game without consequences is going to make a lot of people less motivated to try and finish the game. That's why some people leave at the slightest hiccup. I mean, some people would even start a vote in case the enemy tank is wearing a skin that they don't like. And at that point, it just becomes an annoyance. Toxic behavior. It is a tug of war within your group. That one person will try and get the vote going, and when things don't go their way, they'll either start throwing or they'll leave. I think that this feature would add a lot of toxicity, and it wouldn't fix the problem. And to be honest, I don't even think there's a way to fix the problem. Except for us as players, as individuals, expanding our roster of heroes that we play, and being flexible enough to help out our teams. In other words, deal with it. I don't know. Look, I think taking a loss is just a part of any game of any sport. And it is up to the matchmaking to give us a fair chance. But it is up to us to make that materialize. And to take that momentum to turn it into a victory. Or at least into a fun experience for everybody. But tell me, what do you think about a forfeit system for Overwatch? And do you leave games if you think you're about to lose? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesisTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch. Alright, now I need to fix that light bulb.